This is a camera, and it also can all your sound to listen. That'll work. You can now push the phone and pick up the sound. Watch it in the channel, okay? Now, on your phone, I'm going to say
I'll go over here. I feel like I was on the side.
We'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Junior High Honors Program. With it being this close to the end of the year, we do tend to get a little bit antsy, so my junior high friends, please do your best to be respectful listeners so that we can all hear the awesome things that you guys have accomplished this year. You will be able to pick up a packet after the program is over that will have a lot of the awards that your teachers are presenting to you in it. First up, we will have Mrs. Novicki.
Welcome everyone to today's program for our junior high. Needless to say, they are full of energy every single day. They talk a lot, and that's coming from me, who is pretty much a pro at that. They're excited to be here, so it's kind of fun to get to honor them. As I say at the high school, when I have the best job, I get to roam the halls, I get to talk to them. I can raid their lockers for snacks if they have them. You didn't know that, did you? So if you have snacks in there and you can't find them, it's me. So today I get the privilege of honoring the 7th and 8th graders for the Presidential Academic Awards. This award honors student achievement, and hard work is the purpose of the award. Since 1983, the program has provided additional recognition from the President and the U.S. Secretary of Education to those students whose outstanding efforts have enabled them to meet challenging standards of excellence. This award is presented to students that are graduating into their next phase of education, which will eventually be high school. We hope, right? Say yes. The criteria, yeah, remember I'm funny. I tell you that all the time, I'm funny. Right? Thank you, Elijah. I can always count on you to give me a laugh. now I lost my place. Okay. The criteria set forth states that a student must maintain a high grade point average for the school year, which is a 3.5, and a high percentile score in reading or math on national standardized tests like our MAPS tests, and involvement in activities. And let me tell you, these kids are involved in a lot of things. Junior high days, when there's golf and there's track, there's hardly anyone here, which is great to see. I think we had close to 40 out for junior high track, right, junior high coaches, and I think another 14 or 15 out for golf. So on those same days, more than half of them are gone. It's very quiet here. It's based on attendance and leadership skills, which you kind of have to give them a little break once in a while because they're still working on those things. The 2023 recipients for 8th grade are, and please stand up, hold your applause till we are finished. Logan Black, Raylan Brummels, Casey King, Landon Meyer, Calvin Malhoff, Breeze Pellin, Emerson Penny, Delilah Qualsett, Jack Qualsett, Cameron Rudgens, Landon Rudgens, and Autumn Smith. Seventh grade, Abe Johnson, Ava Cook, Brendan Crick, Taylor Novotny, Ashley Shute, Chase Schwartz, Willow Taki, Delaney Tegler, Sawyer Tegler, Calvin Tees, and Kendall Warner. We also award an 8th grade student or students with an All A's Honor Award. This year we only have one recipient, and that is Emerson Penny. Please come forward. Thank you for attending today's program.
I'm going to present for Mr. Wickheiser. The junior high student council members are, please stand and hold your applause until I'm done. 8th grade Logan Black and Cameron Rutchins. 7th grade Abe Johnson and Chase Swartz. These students are elected by their classmates and represent them on the student council. Some activities they have helped with this year include the homecoming, as well as senior tea. Thank you for your representation, participation, and your hard work this year.
Both junior high band and choir have been absolutely fabulous this year to teach. They have worked hard and have had some outstanding musical abilities. The junior high choir know how to sing with great diction, their mouths wide open, and pay attention to detail. The band works hard at notes and rhythms and has done an outstanding job on their details as well, such as dynamics. All three groups, band, choir, and show choir, did a great job at Wayne Junior High Festival. I was also happy that the show choir, they were not real happy with their 2 that they got at Wayne, so they worked even harder at Northeast Jazz Festival. And although we still got a 2 at Northeast, they did receive 1-1 from a judge and a much harder competition. We also had 4 students audition and be selected to the Class C Junior High Honor Band. Will you please stand? Ashley Shute, Aubrey Nicodim, Emerson Penny, and Landon Rutchins. Thank you. Thank you, Junior High, for your talent and hard work. Your certificates are in your packet. And I have 2 more awards to give out this afternoon. Last year was the first year I handed this one out to 2 junior high students. It is called the Distinguished Service Award. I'm doing so again this year as these 2 individuals are very much deserving. Years ago when we invited the junior high to play in our pep band with us, We needed them to complete our pep band, and they continue to do so. Thank goodness, because there are several times, including state basketball, in some of our sections, that's all we had playing were junior high students. When you take out the basketball players and the wrestlers and the speech people and all those things, we really rely on the junior high band students to complete our pep band. These students, when they can't be there for pep band, and they're the ones to haul out all their instrument, which isn't just one little thing in a music stand, they're always the one to haul it out. If one time one couldn't be there and 2 times the other one couldn't be there, but they checked in and said, I'm really sorry they couldn't be there, they had different things to do, and they don't even have to be there, they're just invited. But I really appreciate their hard work and their leadership, and I hope that it continues in the next 4 years. Thank you, Logan Black and Calvin Mala, for all you do. If you'll come forward. And next we have Mrs. Wyatt.
Today I will be recognizing the students who have displayed academic excellence in language arts and English. Our language arts course focuses on reading a variety of texts, while the English course is based on grammar skills. The following students have focused throughout the year and put forth their best efforts. Their certificates are in their packets. Please stand when I call your name. For language arts, I presented awards to Abe Johnson, Ava Cook, Autumn Smith, and Emerson Penny. In English, I presented awards to Ava Cook, Willow Taki, Autumn Smith, Delilah Qualsett, and Emerson Penny. And then finally, I would also like to recognize the students who participated in junior high speech this spring. It was the first time that we'd had 8th graders do that. Mrs. Hanson and I enjoyed working with these individuals, and we look forward to seeing all that they will accomplish in high school. In the OID, we had Logan Black, Evan Decker, Raylan Brummels, Cameron Retchins, and Autumn Smith. In serious prose, Aubrey Nicodem. Humorous prose, Delilah Qualsett, and expository, Emerson Penny. Congratulations on a great year. Up next is Mr. Prater.
Hi, I'm Mr. Prater. I teach junior high and high school social studies. For the junior high, I have 8th grade American history, first period and second period, and then 3rd and 4th period, I have 7th grade civics and economics. The awards I give out are to students that showed exemplary leadership in not education, but in civics and economics and American history. For this award, I gave it to the students that had a high grade point average in the class, but also showed leadership and showed their knowledge and wanting to discuss and help their peers as well. And for section 1 from American history, I have the award to Landon Retchins. Please stand up, thank you. Second section, Max Schaefer. In section 1 of civics and economics, Carney Becker. And section 2 of civics and economics, Abe Johnson. Thank you very much. Next up is science with Mr. Meyer and Mr. Carlin.
I am Mr. Meyer, and one of the science teachers at the junior high level. I teach 7th grade science, Science 7. I'll be giving out one award, and it's a tie. My award is just based on the highest GPA. I think this year it was a 79.2. Well done. I'm kidding. games. And it was a tie. And so I'm just going to recognize, you guys have all done a very, very nice job this year, but Chase Schwartz, if you would stand up, Chase, and Dave Johnson.
And I am Mr. Carlin. I teach 8th grade science. I've always felt that junior high awards are a little different than some others because it's such a different age. And so when I give an award, it has very minimal to do with their actual academics. It's classroom behavior. It's what I see in the hallway. It's how welcoming they are to their classmates. And there were several 8th graders that I was fortunate enough to interact that really stood out to me. So Logan Black, Raylan Brummels, Kale Hasebrook, Casey King, Calvin Moloff, Landon Meyer, Aubrey Nicodin, Delilah Qualsett, Cameron Rutchins, Autumn Smith, Evan Decker, Breeze Pellin, Emerson Penny, Jack Qualsett, Landon Rutchins, and Tristan McLeod have done an amazing job all year of not only welcoming their classmates into the classroom, but actually actively participating, which is not easy in junior high because it makes you feel vulnerable. So I think they deserve an extra welcoming round of applause. Our next one is Mrs. Black.
I am Mrs. Black. In a day where answers to math problems are sometimes as easy as "Hey Siri," my hope for my students is to shape them to put effort into a problem solve, and help them to understand that struggle is okay. It's how we deal with the struggle by advocating for ourselves and who we turn to help us through the struggle. I understand that in 20 years, you may not use some of the concepts we've learned, like order of operations, but just like math, life has a lot of problems, and I hope you are lifelong problem solvers. Always remember the struggle to come out of the cocoon makes us able to spread our strong wings and fly. Some students have reached goals this year that cannot be awarded with a certificate or grade. I congratulate those students for their success. Today's achievements have several things factored in, including effort, attitude, applying their ability, and the top averages for the entire year. So I'll have you guys stand and we'll hold our applause. In Math 7, Carney Becker, Yoli Brady Lopez, and Ethan Rutchins. In Pre-Algebra 7, Skylar Bartling, Abe Johnson, Ava Cook, Brendan Crick, Taylor Novotny, Connor Polberg, Ashley Shute, Chase Schwartz, Willow Taki, Sawyer Tagler, Calvin Teese, Kendall Warner, Kellen Wilkin, and in Pre-Algebra 8, Breeze Palin and Max Schaefer. Now, if I could have my entire Algebra 1 class stand up. So I wanted everyone to kind of see your facial expressions because at the start of this year, they were introduced concepts they've never seen before, and there was quite a shock going through their system that maybe you saw at home too. And it's kind of maybe lasted all year, but this group here has logged the most hours out of class time, whether it was AC, in the morning, after school, asking the question. And so I want to thank them for their trust and, for the most part, their attitudes towards that, because asking the questions and just plain caring that you know what you're doing is a big part of life. Certificates so far this year, they still have a final on Monday, so I'm willing to update this certificate list. Goes to Logan Black, Raylan Brummels, Calvin Moloff, Emerson Penny, Delilah Qualsett, Cameron Rutchins, and Landon Rutchins. So I encourage all of you to keep your focus and keep working, and I wish the best of luck to the 8th graders next year in high school. Next up, Mr. Meyer.
Mr. Mayo wants to thank you guys so much for an exciting first year here at Elkhorn Valley. The following students have received an award for their outstanding work in the art classroom this year. For 7th grade, Abe Johnson, Kaylee Fry, Delaney Tegler, Willow Taki. For 8th grade, Delilah Qualsett and Jack Qualsett. Next up is Mrs. Knest.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll go this way because it won't come down. I don't want to. Okay, there we go. I just didn't want to break it. Okay. As Mrs. Honey said, I am Ashley Canest, and I teach the Family and Consumer Science classes here at Elkhorn Valley. And in junior high, they might be referred to as Skills 7 or Skills 8 classes, where they learn all things from sewing and design in 7th grade, where they learn how to cook and cooking abbreviations and all the things in 8th grade as well as nutrition. And so today I would like to honor and recognize the following students for not only great academic success, achievement and work, but also their character, kind of like what Mr. Carlin and what Mrs. Black said as well. And so these students, they go above and beyond to help me out. They advocate in a positive manner. They add great class discussions and help and have helped provide a positive environment for us all to be in. And so when I call your name, please stand and be recognized. All of your guys' certificates are going to be in your packets. And I just kindly ask that you hold your applause until all the names are read. So in 7th grade, the following students have received the top score out of their 7th grade skills section. And have demonstrated an outstanding job with classroom work. And so at this time for 7th grade, I would like to award Chase Schwartz with that award. And in this last section of 7th graders that I have, we have had a ton of academic success, and it was really hard to narrow it down because we have a lot of smarties in this class. So therefore it came down to the most points earned, and there was actually a tie between Kendall Warner and Delaney Tagler. In addition, I would like to award an academic leadership award. So not only have these students shown great academic success in Skills 7, but their leadership has shined within the classroom, within and outside of the classroom, excuse me. And so I appreciate all their hard work as well as leadership. So in the first section, I would like to recognize Willow Taki and Sawyer Tagler. In our second session, or group, I would like to recognize Ashley Shute and Abe Johnson. Great job, 7th graders. I'm excited to have you next year in cooking. All right, now 8th graders, it's your turn. And so again, the following 8th grade students have received the top score out of their 8th grade skills section and have demonstrated an outstanding job with their classroom work. And so I would like to recognize Aubrey Nicodem, Emerson Penny, Logan Black, and Landon Rutchins in these sections. And for the 8th grade academic leadership award, again, not only have these students shown great academic success in Skills 8, but their leadership has been noticed within and outside of the classroom atmosphere. And so therefore, I would like to recognize Autumn Smith and Raylan Brummels. And with the names that I've mentioned, please come to my classroom after school today or come find me sometime tomorrow as you have a little reward. I couldn't get it into your packets, okay? And then I'm also gonna move into or away from classroom and talk about dance. And so the dance awards, could I please have the following students stand? 7th graders, Ava Cook, Gentry Paulson, Ashley Shute, Willow Taki, and Kendall Warner. And 8th grader, Autumn Smith. Okay, stay standing. I have a little something I want to say about this group. I cannot speak enough high volumes of these ladies. I had to write them because I knew I was going to cry, so I'm not going to look at you guys, okay? Because this is how much you guys mean to me.
These ladies here in front of us, their hard work and dedication to the dance team was incredible this year, and it showed through their performances. They did what I asked of them and put forth 110%. I am so proud of each and every one of them and appreciate all they put into the dance team as junior hires. 2, each of these girls made the dance team again for next year. However, we will be adding Autumn to the high school dance team and gaining 4 new 6th grade students to the junior high. So job well done, ladies. I am so, so proud of you, and I cannot wait to work with you again. And now we will have Mrs. Munn.
Sorry, I am going to give one final classroom award. There a little bit of miscommunication. It used to be called the Presidential Physical Fitness Award, and now it is the Falcon Physical Fitness Award. When we got the track kiddos back from track practices and kind of the golfers all on the same page, we tried to cram a lot of fitness testing into these last couple weeks. These kids have worked extremely hard at this. We did it in the fall and just recorded our results, but their spring results are what get them this award. So our Junior High Falcon Physical Fitness Award winners, based on muscular strength and endurance, flexibility, aerobic fitness and endurance, and agility, are going to be the following. Your awards are in your packets. One last thing, we had a lot of great performances. We were trying up until yesterday, last minute, right at the end of the day, and between maybe injuries or just not having enough time, these kids gave it their all. Maybe they didn't quite get what they wanted, but I'm super proud of all of these students and all of their efforts. The award winners, like I said, are 7th graders. Abe Johnson is receiving his 4th award. Gentry Paulson is receiving her 7th. Ashley Shute, her 7th award. Willow Taki, her 7th award. And Kendall Werner, her 7th award. Our 8th graders, Emerson Penny is earning her 6th award. Cameron Regents, her 6th award. And Autumn Smith, her 7th award. Way to go, guys. Sorry.
Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm Mrs. Root. I'm a cross-country coach. I would like my full-time runners, Landon Rutgens, Tristan McLeod, and Evan Decker, to stand. These are my 3 full-time runners. All of them medaled. Just wait a second. All of them medaled, and I'm very proud of the effort. They ran with high school every day, and they can kind of keep up with them for the first few miles, so that's really good. I'm anxious to see them step up next year in high school, so now you can applaud. I do want to mention Tristan. We have records, top 10 times on all the courses. Landon got one, very last one. He got, of course, he got a record in the books, and Tristan got one for every single course. His lowest placing was 4th on the timesheet, and his goal all season was to beat Hunter Benham, and he did on the last race. He beat Hunter, so he's got the first place time. No. I would like my Sorry, I talked too fast. I would like, in junior high, you can do dual sport. You can do cross country and football or volleyball. So my dual sporters this year were Logan Black, Abe Johnson, Chase Schwartz, Calvin Mola, Kellen Wilkin, and Ashley Shue. Please stand. This is a hard job because they're doing both sports, and so they have practices for both of them some days. And they're running in cross-country meet without fully preparing sometimes for the miles they have to run. But they did an excellent job this year. Logan and Abe medaled, and the boys team, which changed all the time depending on who was there and depending on other things, the boys team got first at O'Neill and Boone Central. Boone Central is a big meet. They got second place at Pierce, which is a junior high meet, and the 8th graders, the 3 8th graders got 3rd place at West Holt. So they did an excellent job as a boys team, and this is my first year of having a boys team. It looks like it's Mr. Prater for football. Meyer? Oh, Mr. Meyer.
Yes, I am Mr. Meyer, and junior high football coach along with Mr. Prater. Thank you, Mr. Prater, for all of your help. Can I get the boys to stand up who were in football this past fall? Seems like a long time ago. Good, thanks guys. Go ahead and take a seat. Here's the one thing that I noticed. There's the saying, there's the size of the dog in the fight, there's the size of the fight in the dog, right? And that's the way it is every year we come to junior high. Our 8th graders are always a little bit bigger, and they rely on that might and strength that you have. You guys always need to come at them with everything you got. And you guys were in the same boat a year ago. The current freshmen were the big kids. And it's been like that all year. Here's the thing, I hope that they pushed you to be a better player, because that's what it's all about right now. They set a great example all year. I was really proud of the 8th graders. You guys keep it up. I'm going to tell you, next year, if you choose to go out for football, it'd be the best. It'd be a great idea. Cross country as well. Go out for cross. But I'm telling you what, right now there's something special at the high school level, and you've got some great leaders up there. There'd be great kids to follow and emulate for your following 4 years of high school. Seriously. Being out for football next year is going to help with JV football, which we sometimes struggle with, let's face it. So I really hope you're considering that. You guys we're a very talented team this year. One thing I'm going to always remember is, well, it's what I'm not going to remember. I'm always going to remember that I never know the record. I never know the record from one year to the next. We've had one, I think, undefeated year, I think, because you got your head shaved. I think that's what I remember from that. It wasn't even the record. But regardless, I know it was a lot of fun this past year. It was a long time ago. I hope to see you in the weight room this summer. I hope to see you with football in your hand. You're outside, you're playing, you're doing your thing. And then we welcome you next fall. I'm really excited, 8th graders. 7th graders, you're going to come back and you're going to be a lot bigger. You are. Take my word for it. It happens every year. But with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next speaker, which is Mrs. Imond. Mrs. Williams. There you go. Thanks.
All right, this season, the 8th graders pick a quote every year, and their quote this year was, "Great things don't come from comfort zones." This was perfectly accurate for how the season went and the way that the girls grew. They grew in more ways than just skills. Coming together with players that you have not competed with before is not always easy and sometimes uncomfortable, but they sure made it look easy. These girls demonstrated great maturity and willingness to do better and to be better. And while goofiness and fun, making fun of their coaches still is, always around, the serious get down to business attitude was as well. It was this drive and determination to get better and to help each other be better that helped them grow as much as they did. I would say that they thrived in those uncomfortable situations, and your coaches are proud. Okay? Woo. Our 8th graders, thank you for your leadership. I will see you next year to keep pushing that leadership, and I look forward to that. Lastly, we have a special award. The girls voted on Most Positive Teammate. This player was chosen by your teammates as someone who exhibited consistently a positive attitude and drive, as well as support to not just her team or her friends, but her team as a whole. Regardless of playing time or level, she was always there and always with a smile. So, Cameron Koloff, this award is for you. Wrestling is up next.
Hello. I'll just start by announcing everyone we got here. 7th graders, Abe Johnson, Turner Tegler, Calvin Teese, Bentley Warren, Zayden Smith, and Nathan Gilman. And 8th graders, Evan Decker, Elijah Colonzo, Bradley Knoll, Logan Black, and Emerson Penny. Something we like to preach in junior high is it's not really about wins and losses. It's about figuring out how to conduct yourself on and off the mat, and then just working on fundamentals. And hats off to all these kids, and I think it's a reflection of good parenting, is they conducted themselves very well. We didn't have any anger or throwing too big of a fit anyway, most of the time. Not gonna name names. But I think that's a reflection of you guys' parenting skills and just how these individuals can conduct themselves. So hats off to you guys, and hats off to these boys and to our girl. And I look forward to working with them in the future, this summer and next year. Hopefully in high school we get all of them, Logan. And 7th graders, maybe we can recruit some of you as well. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Hats off to these guys. Give them a round of applause. And next up is
Junior high basketball girls, please stand up. I made their certificates for all the sports they were in, and I forgot to keep a basketball roster. But this was our 2022 junior high girls basketball team. You guys can sit down. We participated before Christmas, so it seems like a long time ago as well. We had a really fun season. No idea what the record is. Like they said, it was very, very competitive. I feel like if you look up there and see the teams that we maybe played, which isn't very many on the conference roster, we fared fairly well. But we also venture out and play a lot of other bigger schools. And like I said, very, very competitive. We did some fun things during the season. I believe we did Secret Santa. We had a couple good morning breakfasts. Thank you, Jenny Shute, for your infamous cinnamon rolls. And I know Coach Brockmeyer and I are very, very proud of you. And I always enjoy getting to meet you as basketball players and then get to work with you as volleyball players going forward. And so congratulations on a great season. Good job, girls. And next up is boys basketball.
Okay, I want to thank Mr. Carlin as being the assistant basketball coach this past year. It was like a mini clinic, I would say, with you being a part of the team this year. I've said that to several people. You brought so much information, and I just loved it. Thank you. Stand up, boys, if you were in basketball this year. We had, I think I counted 20, 21. I tell you guys can take a seat. Okay, well done. Again, records, I don't remember. You guys won a few, you lost a few. That's part of it. But the most of it is going to be, again, I hope the memories you took from the season. It was sure an enjoyable ride this year. I will say you guys gelled very well as a team. I thought the 7th graders with the 8th graders, you guys worked really well together on the court with only 5. Keep that up. And with that being said, good luck next year again as freshmen. And you guys, remember, you're going to grow, you're going to get taller. I want to do one quick shout out here. Can I have Ethan? Can you stand up for just a second? I'm going to tell you, Ethan, right now, I hope to see you out next year and every year because you didn't come in with, correct me if I'm wrong, did you have a lot of basketball experience? Not really. You can take a seat. I just want to give you a shout out, Ethan, and embarrass you in front of everyone. But the truth is, you worked so hard, and I was so impressed, and you impressed your teammates as well. So you can be a part of this team any year, just so you know. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's all I have. I'm going to turn it over now to track. Mr. Carlin.
If I could have all members of the junior high track team please stand real quick. As you can see, teachers liked junior high track days because we took a lot away from them, so they kind of had a little bit more free time. Thanks, you guys can take your seat here. A couple things that we tried to really implement, whether it be Coach Taki, Coach Colmoose, Coach Mayo, or myself, was really trying to bond with a strong culture within this team. I thought they really took a hold of it. And one of the awards that we did kind of weekly was our Falcon of the Week. And it was kind of exemplifying what we thought it would take to be successful as an Elkhorn Valley Falcon for the rest of your academic and athletic careers. If you won a Falcon of the Week award, would you please stand up? If you guys would give them applause. One thing as coaches that we talked about was challenging them to make it a hard award to give out because they were showing such great leadership. They were working so hard. They were being such a positive teammate that it was hard to decide who would win it, and I think you could tell from a relatively short season that became the case consistently. You guys can take your seat there. Our junior high track season's not officially over yet. We have a few different things going on, but one of which is the Nebraska State Championship. It is an invite type meet where throughout the year you post your times, distances, and if you are one of the top 16 relays or 24 in an individual event, you qualify, and this is against everybody statewide. In Gothenburg, this is regardless of class, and we have a few that have qualified that I'd like to recognize real quick. Logan Black in the 100 hurdles and 200 hurdles. We have Kendall Warner in the 400 and 200 hurdles, and then our girls 4x4. If you guys would stand up real quick. To put it in perspective, on Saturday we will have them compete in Gothenburg. That will be against all classes. Last year, I believe the boys 4x4 was the one that really caught my eye. I think it was 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Won the 4x4 at that state meet for the boys side. So if you ever get the opportunity, take advantage, check on athletic.net, look at some of those results. You'll see some pretty amazing outcomes there, and these guys will be a part of it coming Saturday. The last thing I want to leave is Mr. Prater was kind enough to share our junior high records with us from previous. These are just the results so far that I've went through, and I don't know if you can see the highlighted results. We had a lot of different records set in the top 5 in the history of Elkhorn Valley since he's been able to track them, and that's a credit to you guys. Keep working hard, because there was times this year it was rather humorous when you would hear, "Did you see so-and-so from Pierce? He had a full-grown mustache." And we're looking at a 7th grader with 0 arm or leg hair. Your time will change, and that is what makes junior high so unique. Work hard, because your better days are sure to come. That being said, I will turn it over to our golf coaches.
Right, I'll stand on my toes too. I was the assistant golf coach this year. This is our 2nd year, and if we could have both our 7th and 8th grade golfers stand, I'd appreciate it. Give these guys and ladies a round of applause. You may sit. If I'm correct, about half of them have never played golf before, and if you've ever played golf, you will find it is hard right at first. And Mr. Aim and myself are super proud of this team, because they competed against, in Bassett, 120 kids, and the least amount was 70 kids. And if you medaled in the top 15 or higher, please stand. Stand up if you medaled. You medaled. Tanner, you medaled. So, we are super excited for the future. You guys can sit now. Super excited. Good luck, 8th graders next year. 7th graders, we hope you come out next year and recruit more of your friends. But I think, that is the end of our program, and Mrs. Novicki wants me to remind everyone, thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you, kids, for participating in athletics and doing good in school. And don't forget to pick up your packets. That is commence.
See you tonight at the band and music concert, parents.